Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. Yes, no, I think very interesting encounter. AmaZulu out the blocks, very quick, very fast, great start. I think early first 3 minutes into the game, I think Memela showed a bit more respect to his own team because I think he had a fantastic opportunity, one against the goalkeeper, and you would always fancy him to stick that away. But he took the difficult option by trying to dribble and allow Pirates players to come back in. So a brilliant opportunity gone begging, and then 2 minutes later, very similar circumstances, similar opportunity created, and then this time Mamela very much more clinical in front of goal. So yeah, you go 1-0 up, and now you think your team is going to keep that momentum and keep Pirates on the back foot because, yeah, they have to come out and bring the game to us, which will allow the game to open up. But then I think we just went into defensive mode, and then we started sitting back and dropping off and allowing Pirates to play. And when the quality of the players that they have, of course, they're going to come in and accept the challenge. You dropping off, and then yes, that kind of opened a way for them, and then they found their ranges, they found their passing ranges, their movements was really good from the likes of Lords, um, and the attacking players from Pirates. And then it's only a matter of time. We switching off, allowing players to run in behind us, and then a ball cut back inside, where I still think maybe we could have defended or even prevented the goal because it wasn't the best hit shot. And it gets past the goalkeeper, and then they get themselves back into the game, 1-1. And yeah, and then I think first half, then it kind of evened up out itself, 1-1, and you think, okay, you've done enough to get the goal, but disappointment with the way we defended and with the way we dropped off. And then second half, yes, Pirates in that momentum that they had the first half, they came out, and then a bit of a lucky break there because two players going for the same ball, and at the ricochet, and it falls very kindly for the striker who's in excellent form. He scored two goals um, um, against Marumo Gallant. No, the previous game, Marumo Gallants, and now he gets another brace against AmaZulu. So yeah, we allowed him the space, and then he tucks it away clinically, 2-1 to Pirates, and then obviously they, with the quality, the caliber of team that they have, they try and shift the ball, but momentum swung back in our way, and I think the majority of the clear-cut chances in the game, we were the ones that created them, but you don't win a football match if you create the chances that we do and you don't score. You don't put the ball past the goalkeeper, unopposed, open situation, and you hit the post, you hit the crossbar. Um, and it's one of those days, and it's been the story of our season thus far. We've played a lot of the times, we were very good, efficient, but yeah, the lack of killer instincts, the lack of finishing that's been hampering us. And yeah, and Pirates holding on for dear life because it was an onslaught towards the end. But you know what? They deserved it. They worked for it. They've taken their chances, and they defended in a manner that we didn't open them up and we didn't take our chances. So they take all 3 points, and then somewhat disappointed from our side because after a fantastic victory in midweek, against the champions, and then you come against a very, very, very top Orlando Pirates side, and you could have gotten away with maybe a point or even all 3 points, and you don't. So you rue your chances, and that's what happened. So congratulations to Orlando Pirates for taking the victory and for holding on, to secure place and then finishing second, going to the Christmas break. So not bad, yeah.
Bom dia, patrão. O Benni McCarthy fala português.
Olá, pá. Estás bem?
Boa noite. Coach, unlucky on the loss. 20 games played this season, 12 draws, 5 wins, 3 losses. what is your report card up until this point? And secondly, you've got a very busy second half of the season. Are you looking to dip into the transfer window with continental football for AmaZulu as well? Thank you.
Yes, most definitely. I think I'm desperate for new faces. I'm desperate for refreshments in the team. And I mean, quality players, because you see, 12 draws is not normal for any team. You know, when you play the way that we play expensive football, and where you want to dominate opposition, and you manage to do so. But the final third is where we disappoint ourselves. So having 12 draws, and from that 12 draws, I think 3 or 4 of them was where I would say maybe we didn't deserve to win, but it's 8 too many draws for my liking, and for what we want. We want to achieve as a club, as a football club. So I think we threw away so many points this season, and I think we're gonna come to rue our misses come end of the season, because I think the mindset that we have, we want to succeed, we want to do well, and we've just thrown away far too many points. So hopefully the club can come to the party, and they also play their part in assisting and bringing in some quality players that the team really do need. Because yes, when you look at things like, yeah, we've done exceptionally well last season and this season, but yeah, you need to keep everybody on their toes. You need to keep everybody honest. And at the moment, there's just a level of complacency, and there's absolutely nothing you can do. The players can only give you as much as they can, because we've reached a level where we are, and we're gonna need some assistance in taking us to the next level. And when I say assistance, and that means a couple of new faces and good quality players.
Good evening, Coach. My name is Sobri Chabalala from the Big R. Thank you, Tandy, for giving me the opportunity. Coach, I think having gone to Christmas time, remember when you started, it was a little bit problematic. I'm sure you are content now, seeing where you are now in terms of the position, and you're doing quite well, I must say that. Since you say you need to beef up, which position do you think needs to be beefed up? That's one. Secondly, I want to know what happened to Major, although we know him as Majoro. What happened to him?
I think those are the players. I can't answer for them. They're the ones who goes out on the training pitch. They're the ones who goes out on the field and select themselves. We just guide them. So, but he picked up an injury yesterday. We had small recovery session, and he picked up an injury. So yeah, we couldn't count with him. So he dropped out of the side. So that's why we had one of the MDC players coming in back in his place because of injury. And position.
The position that you like to beef up?
The positions, obviously, I think it's clear that we need a playmaker. We need someone, we need someone to assist in those creativity, because yes, we're creating, but we're not creating enough as much. And I think we need Untuli needs backup. He needs help. So we need somebody who's goal hungry, who's aggressive, and when a goal scoring opportunity presents itself, then he has the hunger, he has the desire to want to get there, whether it's a beautiful goal or tap in. But I need a hungry player who's hungry to score goals, 15, 20 goals a season. I know it sounds kind of impossible, but they are out there, you know. So yes, and I also definitely think in defense, we definitely need, especially with losing a player like the likes of Mabaliso, that was giving us such an unbelievable outlet going up and down that wing. And now that you haven't replaced Mabaliso with the quality that he brought to the team. And you kind of see players like Mulenga's performance is not the same because he always had over his shoulder, he had a Mabeliso that was flying up that flank and then giving him options to make it easier. And at the moment, we're lacking that both sides of our fullbacks. We're not getting there, and we're playing with a centre back playing at right back sometimes, with Shoes Gumedi. So I think that is also becoming a problem, and the fact that Mahaula is running up the minutes every game. It would be nice to also get another extra holding midfielder with the same characteristics as Mahaula. So you're looking for 4-5 players, 4-5 really good players. And when you look at the likes of Orlando Pirates, left back Bongani Sam, sitting on the stands, world class. Innocent Maela hasn't been involved for so many matches, world class. Paseko Mako, the list can just go on. So when you have that kind of ability, when you have that kind of depth in your squad, you're smiling all the way, every game to 3 points because you covered in most positions. So, but unfortunately, we don't have that luxury, and that's the difference between the bigger teams and the teams that's aspiring to be like them. We have to take a leap of their books, and it's going to be costly. It's going to be hefty on the pockets, but for where you want your team to be, you gotta show me the money, son. You gotta take out and produce to have the quality, and then it will show on the football pitch.
Towards, you had your hand up. Are you still interested in asking a question?
Hi, Coach Benny. Lorenzia from Mississippi Times. One of your more important players, Siasitebe, has been linked with a move away from the club. In the last 2 games, he hasn't played. Can you shed some light on that? Is there any truth that he could have been seen lost in his AmaZulu shirt, or do you still see him as an important part of your squad moving forward into the second half of the season? Thank you.
I also seen a little write-up on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, about Sitebe, but as far as I'm concerned, is Sitebe, he suffered an incident in the last game where he struggled to breathe, and then obviously safety precautions measure, because for me, a footballer's health is far more important than a game of football or winning or losing, So I think we took precautions measure because he was struggling, and he's not a player that struggles. And then obviously he's gone to some examinations and that, and then they kind of found out there was irregularly heart rate monitor measures, and there. So obviously, just for safety, because you've seen healthy athletes, they drop down and lose their lives with cardiac arrest. So we didn't want to take the chances. So we took precaution measurements, and we took Sitebe out, not because of injury or that. It was just safety measures, and the heart is no joke. So, he's busy going through some tests and medical evaluations, and hopefully he'll be back soon in the new year, in the new season. And yes, he's very much part of our plans, very much. And the club is working 24/7 to try and sort out the situation. But at the end of the day, it's down to the player. If a player has bigger ambition and he thinks the grass is greener on the other side elsewhere, then what were you to do? Because You know, you don't want to stand in anyone's way, because we want the best for the football club. We want the best for the players. We want the best for everyone. And if a player is maybe getting advice from outside people that it's best to go there than to stay here, then so be it, you know. We move on. There's hungry young talent that we can use. So that's the situation. But he's out because of just minor heart problems, but he will be 100% when we get back in the new year.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Evening, colleagues. Evening, Coach. Good to see you here, Coach. Thank you so much for your time. Mine is just a quick one. I know we are going to the break in terms of league, but on Tuesday there's the CAF Champions League draw. I just want to find out from you, one, did you think that you guys would get this far? Number two, what does it mean for you to getting this far in the competition? And lastly, how far would you like to go? Thank you.
Yes, I think when I joined the club, I was very ambitious, and I said my goal and my aim was to unsettle the top four in the league, and I think it was possible with the mentality that I have, the mindset, that winning mentality, that the passion. So yeah, that's what I installed in the team, in the players, and we sort of just went for it, you know. And when you have the craziness that I have, and animated on the touchline and that, and players know if you're not performing, if you're playing under par, if you're not playing to the level you should be playing, I ain't the easiest guy to play for. I'm the nicest guy that you can get, you know, but just do your job, do what you're supposed to do, then we're fine. And we did that, and we had imminent success, you know. And then we said, now that we've reached second place and we into the CAF Champions League knockout stages, why stop there? We continue with that mindset, that we want to achieve. We want to be amongst the best teams on the continent, you know. So we wanted to go and qualify as well for the CAF Champions League group stages. Not we finished second after such a hard-fought season in the PSL, and then you don't want to reach the group stages. So then we've achieved that, and we've qualified for the group stages. And now in the group stages, we're just hoping for a nice favorable draw, like teams that we can go and compete, and teams that we can't, that we know we're not gonna shame ourselves. But when you're in the group stages now, there's everything to play for, and you know, you want to go all the way. You wanna win it. When you're in it, you in any competition that you play, you want to win it. What's the point of just participating and wasting everyone's time? When you participate, it's participating because you think you've got a shot at winning it. And that's what we want to do. So yeah, we know it's impossible, especially after seeing yesterday Pizzo and Al Ali winning the Super Cup, you know, coming from a goal down and then winning it on penalties. So yeah, so you know what you're going to be up against. You're going to be up against formidable opponents, but it's a challenge for myself as a young coach. It should be a challenge for these players also to play against players that you're going to see playing in the World Cup with Egypt and so forth. So it's all there to play for, and we've got more to gain than what we lose. The end of the day, we only AmaZulu, and AmaZulu sleeping giant that's slowly starting to wake up. But yeah, we far from where we want to be, because you know there's teams with far bigger and financial resources and backings than what we have.
Thank you, Sis Tandy. Evening, colleagues. Evening, Coach. Coach, how frustrating is it, you know, that your players can't finish, considering they're surrounded by the best finishers South Africa has seen? You know, because I'm sure you practice it. Why is it not getting through? Thank you.
No, because it's just the way the human body is. Human beings are like that. Just because you've got two players who's played at the highest level, who's proven goal scorers, but doesn't mean that because we with players every day, that they're gonna be exactly what we were. Um, we one of a kind. Myself, I'm a one of a kind player. Nomvete is a one of a kind player. He's different generation, different instincts than the modern day player today. And back in our days, we didn't need coaches to motivate us. We didn't need coaches to tell us, what you have to practice and that. We used to do that ourselves because at the end of the day, it's our careers. It's not the coach's career. The coach has his own career. He's got his own ambition where he wants to end up. But you as a player, you can only do yourself the favor by practice, 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 practice. Don't make perfect, but it certainly makes you better. And if you don't practice, how are you going to get better? And then you wonder why it's difficult for South African players to score goals on a consistent level because we don't practice enough, So we don't perfect, we don't better our craft. And when you don't better your craft, what do you expect? You're gonna stay average, you're gonna stay mediocre, you're gonna stay there. And then people are always gonna say, yeah, but you work with that. Working with top coaches doesn't make you a top player. You still have to go out there and do the job, do the business. And if you see, when players miss chances the way they do, then you ask yourself, okay, yes, these coaches are working with them, but what is it that the players do that can help themselves better? What can they do better, to make it there? And you practice and practice and practice until until it can't practice anymore, then it just becomes part of who you are. When you're on the pitch, when you see a situation, you know what to do because you've tire yourself during practice doing it on a consistent basis, but we don't do that, and that is the problem. So unfortunately, them working with myself and Nomvete doesn't ain't gonna help them, if they don't want to help themselves, unfortunately.
Hi, coach. Tough luck on the defeat. However, you've been now at the club for slightly just over a year now. How would you sum up the 2021, the first half of the year? As we already know, you shocked the South African football fraternity. The second half of the year, there was a bit of inconsistency, which you have grieved upon in public, in the media as well. But, sitting down there in the chair, with it being this last match for the year, how would you sum up, I guess, your experience and everything that has gone right and wrong at AmaZulu? Thanks.
I think any coach in my situation would not be sitting here with a smile on his face because I don't think anyone would have been able to come in. Doesn't matter, they can say what they want to. No coach would have came into AmaZulu and done what we've done. No one, believe you me. So wherever we finish 6th, 7th in the league at this moment in point for AmaZulu, this is the best that they will get. Not that I'm arrogant and that, but I'm just telling because we know as coaches, as a technical team, what we have, what we work with. So for what we've achieved is remarkable, and we should get knighted, Sir Benni McCarthy, Sir Josephs, Sir Siabonga Nomvete, Sir Vasily Manusakis. We should get knighted for what we've done with AmaZulu because it is what it is. So for me, I'm proud of what we've achieved with the team. And I think there's still plenty more to come, but obviously with a bit of help would be nice. Would be nice if we are backed and if we are supported and we are given the ammunition to then take this team to the next level, because you see, this AmaZulu team ain't no pushover for anyone, any team. Before they were relegation battlers, standard, guaranteed. AmaZulu top four from bottom, natural. They survived the drop and that. Now speaking, people know AmaZulu. Yeah. You're in for a fight, my friend. On the sidelines of the coaches, on the pitch is a completely different AmaZulu. AmaZulu is a different animal now, but still, as much as we think we're a different animal, some clubs just have better structure than what we have. And when we don't have the structure of Orlando Pirates, we don't have the structure of Mamelodi Sundowns or Kaizer Chiefs, but ask them if it's a joke playing against AmaZulu. So I'm super proud of what we achieved at AmaZulu. And I still say again, no coach in this league would have done what we do. No one. Even the three wise men at the Mamelodi Sundowns. Give them AmaZulu. I want to see if they achieve what we achieve. So, yep. So I think maybe better questions or differently phrased because, yeah, I'm going to also get some smart, because finishing second with what we have and no budget, no new players coming in, just 3 players we picked up here and there, and then to still do that, knock the champions off their perch, give them the first loss of the season. Orlando Pirates are run for their money. So which AmaZulu coach can tell you that? Or which coach other in the league for any other team can tell you that they can do that to Orlando Pirates, Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs? We've played each team. Pirates twice, a draw and a loss. Kaizer Chiefs, 2 draws. Sundowns, a loss and a win. So we've played the top teams twice and we weren't humiliated, So, and AmaZulu knows the relegation battle ain't for them while we're here, but it might not be there for that long. Thank you very much, people. Have a wonderful Christmas. Be safe.